I'd be happy to do that. Yeah.
Well, David Bickness used to do it all the time.
Oh, sure.
You know, for the piano.
Mm-hmm.
He accompanied them, so you could accompany them with your
drumming,
drum set.
timpani,
or whatever they needed.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the hand chimes. Just
right,
throw
but
that in
I
there.
could only play 2 at a time, and that doesn't make many songs. 2 notes.
That brings back really fond memories. That play program put on by the Wisconsin Heights players back earlier this month, and brings back fond memories.
Earlier last month.
Yeah, when I was in my 8th grade play back in
Don't say it.
1973 maybe.
Woo. 13 years old.
Same place, same,
community.
At the community building. I starred in a play on the community. The bright lights were on.
Were you?
Terrible.
What did you play? What were you?
I was the father
Wow.
of some people,
some children.
Some children. I can't remember even what the name of it. I happened to stumble across the actual playbook. I kept it.
You mean the program?
Yeah, no, the actual play with mine.
With your lines?
Yep.
Oh, you should have done a little excerpt from.
We should do that. We should each take I could show pictures of some of the cast members where you took a picture. I have that yet. Why?
Wow.
It was a bad memory. Maybe
obviously it's a great memory.
Maybe it's this. Maybe I did it so that when I thought about, maybe doing this again, I'd say, don't ever do that again. You were bad. That was a bad plan for you to be in that. I was in one play, and people begged me.
It was
not
your best,
to be in
your last, your first and your last. All in.
I exited. I retired on the bottom.
At least you weren't like grass or a tree or something like that.
No, I was an actual line saying person.
Wow.
Had my hair, my black hair grayed through with some powder or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, we're going to talk a little bit about that in Wisconsin Heights Monthly, because we're on a month podcast now,
sure.
as you well know. And we've got Mazomanie Site-Wise and a few other things I won't go into detail because our executive producer does not like that. He's the executive producer.
I don't like it.
Because we're going to get to it anyway, and you're going to be able to...
I don't want to spoil it. If we tell you everything that's going to happen, you're just like, I guess that's happening. Turn this off. You might do that anyway.
Yeah.
But maybe we can trick some people into staying. So anyway, yeah, we got 79. Let's jump right into it with the boys.
Hey, this is Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. And this is the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast.
One of the things I'm most concerned about is people aren't going to recognize me when they see me on camera, because I've been down to 365, velocity 365. And one of my biggest fears was that I was going to blow up when I got down there. I thought
you do have a new haircut.
Yeah. Is that all?
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
You can't tell that I've been down to velocity 365. But they're up and running, aren't they? Velocity 365. And it's nice. It's nice. I've looked at, I'm not sure they have enough weights, for what I'm going to need. But but they can always get more.
Or they can borrow some from your weight set downstairs.
My stack. Yep. I call it the stack. So what episode are we here?
79.
80? 79.
Ooh.
Welcome.
Yep.
Todd here on the couch, along with Big John over at Information Central is
Chopper
or Joe Bobby. Hudson, executive producer,
That's me.
Is getting everything ready
I'm right here.
as we speak. And Drew is producing the program today. And we're glad you're here. Once a month we're here now. And that's plenty for all of us, I think. So on today's program, this episode, the 79th, we have Wisconsinites Monthly. We have John with what's happening in Mazo site-wise. And we've got the adventures, the exciting adventures with Roy from Elroy. And then we've got our Mazomanie organizations. We've got Jim Schrader showing up on the couch again, always a favorite. Wendy Sherman, the same. Hares Brando and I are doing the chamber chat. And it's going to be a shortened version this time. Nothing big.
No.
This time.
Nothing crazy.
Nope.
We will be having, maybe next month, we'll have a taste test again. I know people just rave about those, especially Cal. He really likes those.
Do we have any ideas yet on what we're going to do?
Danishes?
Just all cream cheese Danishes.
Well,
this one tastes a lot like the cream cheese Danish.
Let's see if we can have a guest to come in here. We haven't had a guest
That's
in
true.
the studio for a while, and we'll have a taste test for our Christmas edition. Because
Well,
it'll be a Christmas.
Christmas
It'll be
cookies,
after
although John
Christmas.
wouldn't
It'll
be
be
able to.
I could do it,
January.
just no
Because this
frosting.
is our December podcast.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
January.
but we'll be videoing.
Yeah,
it
okay.
before Christmas ish, right? And so
That's
why don't
true.
we plan on that?
Merry Christmas.
And we can maybe who knows? Maybe we'll put it out just a little early. Just to that'll be our gift
Thing.
to you.
That's true.
So that's it.
We could have a short guess the presents, segment.
Who's gonna get the presents?
I don't know.
You want to be in charge of getting us all
We could have a
presents?
podcast Secret Santa.
We could have a white elephant. You ever done one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Sure have.
I have
we
not.
could do something like that. Do we all with the white elephant? It's been so many years. Do you bring?
Has to be under $5, right?
Do you bring your own white elelephat, and
Yes.
then you can move up the ladder, if
I think,
you will?
I think that usually there's like there's a maximum dollar amount that you can spend on the gift. That's my understanding. And then like you put them all in the middle,
Okay.
and then people choose them.
Yeah.
I
probably
think you're
just-
typically not supposed to select your own.
Probably
We'll probably
just
just use the money, all the money that we have in our
from what we've
podcast.
made on the podcast. Yeah.
Lots.
Well, or Hudson, because his business now, his voiceover business, is just blowing up.
Yeah.
He's got so much money, he doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And this is the truth.
So maybe next month we'll have it might come out after Christmas, but you'll be in the Christmas spirit. And
yeah.
we'll have a white elephant gift exchange, perhaps. Maybe we'll have a guest on the couch to have a taste test. And if you
That sounds more
want,
plausible.
you can throw out some ideas of maybe it would be a Christmas type thing. I don't.
Yeah.
What, do you fruitcake? We won't eat fruitcake.
No thanks.
Well, growing up, we always had lutefisk and lefse. I don't think we
No
want to taste
lutefisk. Lefse's okay, but not lutefisk.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're being
What
punished.
else? What else would we taste festively? What would be some other festive things that people eat around this time
We
of
could
year?
do a gingerbread.
Oh yeah.
House. Joe did that one last year or 2 years
Yep.
ago or however
Yes,
many
I
years
did.
ago.
Yes, I did.
Did you do that for me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weren't you pretty upset that you lost?
Yes.
Didn't you
Got
not even
dominated.
get like in the top 10?
No, I got dominated.
You didn't even get honorable mention.
And it was basically a drawing of a Bob Ross painting.
Yours
It was
was?
beautiful.
Except for as a
You know what
gingerbread
they
house.
probably did is they
And
probably
didn't
went
have-
somewhere.
They just couldn't understand that art. that
You
I
think
had
it's
put out
possible
there.
that those people, not trying to take anything away from them, they maybe went somewhere? There's these people who are very good at creating
workshop?
extravagant, yeah.
Yeah, they added.
And so they
on.
just
I
they
did.
just looked in a
Mine was
catalog
all-
and they're like, let me take that one. That one looks pretty extravagant. And they said, yeah, I built this. And they won.
It's possible. I mean, it's possible. It's potentially a lot of money to do that, something like that. I don't know what the prize was.
Bucks tickets.
Oh.
I think courtside seats.
It'd be worth it.
I guess
Really?
You might as well just buy the Bucks tickets then if you're.
I'm still waiting
That
for
was
mine.
the prize. There was a couple. I think second and third got something. They're pretty decent.
Yeah, they're
First
pretty
one was
decent.
really good.
Did you get second or third?
Are you
get
hearing
anything.
him okay?
Try again.
What'd you say?
They were pretty decent.
Okay.
Is that going on again?
I don't know,
Because at least make
But you were
the
just off.
gingerbread house.
but I tell you what,
Nonsense.
I don't know if I can trust you. You're a loser.
Well, yeah, if you would have seen the other people's, they cheated.
I don't know about that.
And I think they need to turn on
I
the
don't know
odds.
about it's a conspiracy theory, but I wonder if that's possible.
Anyway,
We're videotaping this earlier than normal because of the big holidays that we're having, big holiday travels and stuff. But this actually is the 14th of November, 2023, and 2 days away from Big John's birthday, his 37th birthday.
I'll be celebrating it with a dental appointment.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
That's
what's your what are you thinking of getting, John? Anybody some thoughts about
I'm getting the gift of me. And just hang out with me during the day.
what
I
would
don't
be
know.
different?
I don't remember. When's the last time we've done gifts for birthdays?
I was thinking about buying him a sauna.
I have one.
I know. One that works.
I
wish
think
somebody
it's
would
like like a pop or something like that.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
like something really
The
simple.
mom
Mazomanie
bought
got
you
you
a
one.
pop, I think, didn't
Sure
you?
did.
Yeah.
What are some things that you would like for your
Yeah,
birthday?
tell us. Maybe people will
Yeah.
stop. Maybe people
Yeah.
will be giving gifts, stopping by.
Would you
and
like a
giving gifts.
Danish from AG85?
Our
Okay, that's
only
one thing.
sponsor, Michelle Van Schindig,
How about
always on Fridays now. She's got
No
Danishes.
brochures.
How about the loaded Scotty?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
You
yeah.
want to go down on a Friday? Let's see. Thursday is your birthday,
Yeah.
That's going on a
so
Friday.
we
in
could go
order to
Thursday or
celebrate.
Friday, and we could have a loaded Scotty.
If anybody has a place to stay in
DeForest.
Southern Florida,
Oh,
I thought he was going there
I
too.
thought you were going to DeForest.
Well, DeForest,
We
That's
can't
nice.
break
That's
that.
not
We haven't
till-
been
that's not
told
till
yet.
spring.
We can't.
Well,
we
but
can't
people
break
know
that
it, don't they, or
news.
not?
Don't know.
I don't know.
We don't want to
Where'd
get
you
people.
see the news?
The
I saw it on
CBS, I
Channel
think.
3000.
Channel
Oh, well,
3000.
then everybody knows there's going to be a
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's in
DeForest.
DeForest area.
I think that's if everything goes to plan, right? Isn't that they said on the
Well,
article?
that's
When
that's
is
why I
Buc-
didn't
when
want
is
to
Buc-ee's
say
I
it.
not
think it's gonna happen.
Well, now I'm
There's
gonna get-
nothing that was really holding it up.
We've talked about Buc-ee's before because we went to Houston and
Sure
saw a Buc-ee's. And
Went
if you haven't
in
been there, they are unbelievable.
They're the greatest thing.
I don't know how many gas pumps there were. There had to have been
45, 50. Yeah.
There are a ton of them.
And it was huge. And you could get just about anything you wanted at Buc-ee's. And what's the saying again? There's two types of people in the world.
Yep. Two types of people. Those who love Buc-ee's and those who have never been.
And
that's
there's
very
one
true.
coming to DeForest, which is only, it's only 35 minutes away from us.
We're going to be going there a lot.
I'll bet you that'll be a big grand opening.
Oh.
Now, did you know the inside scoop about this? We don't want to go too far off on this because Hudson's starting to get
No,
bothered.
I'm not. John's the one who's bothered.
John, are you bothered?
I'm very bothered.
John wants to get back to his birthday. Oh, wait, we're still on his
well,
birthday.
Yes, this is
that's
all
it.
about your birthday.
Yeah.
We take you Buc-ee's.
Yeah. Well,
It's a
next
delayed
year.
birthday. But you heard a kind of an inside scoop about Buc-ee's. Was that all true, or was that the Channel 3000 thing?
That's Channel 3000. I think it's true.
Did
I
you
don't
dig
know why they
deeper
would
then,
say
John,
it.
to get more?
that they're from Katy, Texas.
Yeah, the people that started Buc-ee's, that's basically in Texas. The majority of them are in Texas. The gas stations, but that they're from Katy, Texas, and supposedly they have a place up in Wisconsin, and that's why one got up here so quickly.
Prioritized more.
Because they like Wisconsin so much,
Yep.
supposedly.
Well, they have a home here, right? Like a
believe
lake
so.
home maybe or something
I'm
like
sure
that. They
they're
don't have a
doing just
Buc-ee's
fine.
up here.
No Buc-ee's.
And is the original owner still alive? As far as
I
you know,
didn't do.
I heard that they're waiting to pay off
up. This is
their
not
lake
good.
house, and then they're going to start the Buc-ee's here. But they haven't.
Has
They're not
everything
able to
needed to be done.
afford.
they're
Yeah.
a little bit. They're in
Yep.
debt a little bit.
Next
Huh?
to Quick Trips owners.
That's gonna be tough because if you don't know what Buc-ee's is,
It's gonna put Quick Trip.
Quick
Trip to
I don't
shame.
I don't know. Quick Trip's gonna.
Quick Trip is really nice.
It is,
but like
but
Buc-ee's
Buc-ee's
is like
is-
Quick Trip on steroids.
There you go.
10 times.
It is.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get into what we're supposed to.
Yep.
Let's get into Wisconsinites Monthly.
So I went to the play
The play.
put on by the community
I'll just show them this dog.
Well, community what?
Players Theater.
Okay, and these are kids, right?
Correct.
Okay.
From all the way from I think 3rd grade to 8th grade,
Boy, that's quite a.
and I was told that they had 4 showings of it,
2.
and all 4 were sold out.
Wow. Good for them.
And that's like I think the community building safely. I think code wise is like 100 now. So that's
Yep.
that's 400 some people.
Yep.
Yep. And then
That was
they
quick.
did a very good job, I thought, with what with the differing age groups and such. I thought they did a very good job. There wasn't too many hiccups that I saw, because I was being very critical of them.
Joe's a play critic.
I'm becoming a play connoisseur, and so I thought they did a good job. So I went down there to see Lily Moore in it. I was invited, and so
Our double guest,
Scott Moore came to our open house.
Oh yeah.
Man, that
Yeah,
just
last summer.
yeah,
played
and then
soccer
he
with
played
us.
soccer
Yeah,
with
he
us the
just
other
played
night.
soccer.
Just dominated with
Scott
D and
is
Tail.
good footwork.
Yep. Yep.
Good fancy footwork.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scott's a hidden talent.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be
He
that
doesn't
good.
play.
but-
He just doesn't. He doesn't show everything that he has because he doesn't want people to feel
Scouts.
bad.
Well, he also scouts. If people
He wants us to
are
keep coming back and
videotaping,
playing.
he's got soccer coming this fall winter indoor soccer. And he doesn't want to give away all of his secrets.
Imagine like we're down at you guys' house on your beautiful cement court there, and LeBron James shows up. The game he can't play his hardest against us. That's Scott Moore.
Yep.
The LeBron of soccer.
Yep. So anyway, I thanks for the invitation, Moores, and it was well done.
Have you guys ever been in a play? No, I mean I'm talking like a church
No.
Christmas play or anything. Have you ever been in I was in one play my 8th grade year. I was the father in a play.
Because you were
bad.
big.
I was bad.
You were
I
the
think
biggest
so.
person.
Yeah, probably. I was bad. I didn't like memorizing things. I wasn't good at it.
No.
Probably a lot of pressure, I would think.
It's a lot of pressure. Some people really are good at it. They're good at memorizing. They're good at then acting, taking on a role. I think I was too inhibited. Maybe.
Well, but the thing is that you didn't have to worry about people really paying attention to your lines. They're just staring at your head.
I was going to say,
Or
people
hearing
were,
my
huge
voice.
head.
people were worried that you were going to get
You
have a
have some
big
sort
head,
of
but
issue.
They kept saying, let's not talk so loud. Everybody can hear. And that was at the community building, just so you know.
Wow. Full
Back-
circle.
way
full
back in
circle.
the day.
Yep.
The house that Todd
How
built.
did that story turn around to be?
It does.
Almost every single one does.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's
There's a lot, there's a lot of
more,
kids
Joe.
in this.
How many
There's-
how many kids were there?
I
you
counted
think, Joe?
41 people.
Wow.
Was that stage hands and stuff though too?
Probably.
They're not in there, but I think there was some. Not in that thing, at least.
The program?
In the program.
Okay.
Maybe at least not pictured.
There wasn't singing or music, was there in it at all?
Not that I recall.
Music
Well, you were there.
crescendo.
I don't recall. There was music in between scenes.
Was there
Tapes, music or singing?
was there an intermission?
Yes, there was. An
Wow. Did you go and get popcorn and stuff?
Nope, I did not.
Did they have food?
Refreshments?
Huh? Yes,
They
they
have-
did. Yeah, I think everything was like $1.50.
Joe probably doesn't remember. He doesn't remember. if it
Everything was
even-
$1.50.
I think so.
What kind of items do they have?
Popcorn,
Okay.
Pop.
That makes
Pop.
sense. Okay.
How much were tickets? $10 a crack.
$10.
Right? They
10
made a pretty good.
Yeah.
It seems like they'd make a pretty good deal on that.
Especially since they're not having to pay these
Yep.
kids.
Are they
Yeah.
amateurs?
Well, they can't use their likeness.
Do
Well, they
have
can
an
now. with-
IHL thing for
NIL.
those kids.
NIL.
NIL for those kids.
Maybe they
I
might.
think.
Mm-hmm. Anything else, Joe? With
Yeah, let's keep going. on
So
that.
then to sports. Hockey is co-oping this year. DeMond will also be putting on during this time. He'll be putting on the different events that are going on for December.
I got you, Joe.
But the sports that are going on for the winter are hockey, and they're co-oping with sock. That's been going on for a while. There's wrestling now.
Ooh.
and
At
they're
Heights?
and they're co-oping between sock and Heights.
tough.
Swimming, co-op between sock and Heights. So it's just we're just
Co-op fest.
we're just hanging out with sock all winter. And then girls and boys basketball.
Is co-oping
They're
together?
co-oping.
No,
There's a little co-ed.
no, it's girls and boys basketball.
Separate.
Separate.
He sold separately.
Yep. And then finally, the high school musical auditions. I don't think that's the High School Musical, like the
Right,
show
I hear you.
or the
Movies.
Disney movie. Not to be confused with that, but Wisconsin Heights High School Musical that'll be going on. There are auditions December 17th, which is a Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Cast list, which people that are in musicals, I just won't explain it to you. It's too confusing. Cast list is December 19th. Read through December 21st. Camp December 27th through the 30th. That's probably like a boot camp type of thing, like Navy SEALs type of thing.
4 actors.
Tech Week, again, that's just what we say in the biz. March 6th through the 10th, and then shows begin March 10th through the 12th.
All right.
Ooh. Probably a week before March Madness. Mm-hmm. So you can catch that right before the journey begins.
And just before we go to
Mazomanie
Mazomanie site-wise, Jim Schrader, who is a guest on our program regularly. I'm trying to do two things
He's
at
a
once,
friend of the
which is
podcast,
not.
we would say
this
now.
isn't working.
Nope.
Oh, wait, just a second. Maybe it did. Hold on just a second.
Oh.
Let's see if I can do two things
For our
at
friend
once.
Peyton.
So, they said that the Iron Horse Community Choir. Speaking of choirs, did you have this one?
Nope.
I'm leading into this. Just a
Oh,
segment.
it sounds good.
The Iron Horse Community Choir is practicing this evening. Oh, that's not good. This wasn't good. I should have read this before.
I mean, this evening
As in tonight.
November 14th? Tough. Well, that's
You gotta
not,
be there.
This isn't going to
If you're
start.
hearing this now, you're late.
You're
He
almost a month
talked
late.
about it in the last. He talked about it in the last.
You're almost a month
Okay.
late.
For our November
let's,
podcast.
Let's pretend like
You're not
that
good at
didn't.
remembering lines.
Let's
Dad,
pretend like that didn't
You were
happen.
there, though.
Huh?
You were there.
There is no editing going on here. We're gonna leave that in.
Yeah, but now you can do your thing.
It's time for Mazomanie.
You mean Slatwise?
Yeah.
Oh, let me say,
Good
Okay,
lead-in.
so we got the paint your
Nice
own
segue.
pottery. I believe this happened last year around this time
Again?
at 1855. It's this Saturday at 3:30 Central Time to 5. $45 a person. You get 2 ornaments, 1 table topper, 1 baked good, hopefully a Danish, and a drink with that.
Coffee.
And they'll walk you through how to paint the pottery for the Christmas season. I'm assuming that's the theme. I'll go back one day to
But wait, no, just a second. That are you going on to something else?
Yep.
Because I don't know about you, but I was invited by Michelle
Wow.
herself
I was through it on
personally.
my text. That's why I got it.
Yeah. It's not
You
special,
get
Dad.
that.
You're not special. Everybody else gets it.
So, yeah, that's okay.
Everybody who signs in with their rewards thing and
Yeah.
stuff gets a text that night.
Yep. And she's didn't promise anything about
Put the
Danishes,
phone
but
in the
we'll see.
basket. You're 0 for 2.
Yeah. 2 for over.
Going back one day, so that was Saturday. This is Friday. I should have put them in order. But this Friday, the 8th, at 7 p.m., at the Iron Hop Tap House, there'll be live music featuring Mark Croft.
He's
So
been there
if
a
you-
couple times.
He has been,
So
yeah.
so people obviously have enjoyed
like it.
Mark's music.
Yep.
So good
Yeah.
on him.
Not this next Thursday, the 14th, December 14th, there's trivia night at the Iron Hop Tap House, but there's a little bit of a catch there. There's also included in this is ugly sweater contest. So get your ugly sweater and head on down for trivia night. The subject or the theme will be Home Alone. So that starts at 6:30 Central Time down at the Iron Hop Tap House.
wearing aftershave?
Then the I don't know if people saw this note that's in what's happening Mazo, but you can read for more detail. But the apothecary and mercantile will be closing at the end of this month, end of December, and reopening in the spring of 2024 as, I'll probably butcher this name, but Astasora or Astasora Wellness Studio.
Dinosaur.
You can check out the post, like I said, in What's Happening Mazo to see all the details about the wellness studio. But it sounds like they're going to have lots of things. They're going to have a person that helps you with, you can go through some meditation classes. You can go through yoga. You can go through, they're going to have like a they're gonna have a massage therapist down there. They're gonna have somebody doing, or they're gonna have a one of those chairs that you see like at Costco, those massage chairs down there.
Wow.
In the basement, they're gonna have some other classes going on. I didn't
That's a
know they had
massage
basement
therapist.
down in those places. It was downstairs in historic downtown Mazo, but they're gonna have lots of things going on. It sounds like a lot to go into one building, but they obviously have things, their ducks in a row. But it is closing for that time to rebrand or get to become a new company or place down
New
there.
business.
Studio, new business. Thank
Sorry,
you.
I was distracted. What was the name of it again?
Astasorsa.
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 That was a
Wellness
type
studio.
of dinosaur.
That's family
Osteosaurus.
Osteosaurus.
Osteosaurus
A
Rex.
hyphen or apostrophe STAISORA.
Wouldn't if it was
Astasora.
wouldn't if it was a wellness center, wouldn't they
Astasora.
have Danish? Because if it's a wellness center, that's what makes you. I mean, you feel well. I mean, it's
Yeah, it
about
makes
all
you
about
happy.
It
feeling
didn't
well.
sound like they have
Happiness.
they're gonna have teas available and some like not traditional. I won't even try to figure out what they were, but
Herbal teas.
herbal
maybe.
teas and
Ooh.
some other coffees that maybe are
Nice.
helpful.
Yeah.
That's
for
why a
health, I
bear
guess.
can rest.
And they have a. No, I won't say it this time. No.
And then I had a few pictures. I took a walk. I don't know if we have it.
Yep, they're right in the site-wise.
You don't have to go any
folder, Joe.
sort of order. It's just it was a beautiful day on the 14th of November. No colors really anymore, as you can see.
That
There's
is really beautiful.
Joe's gonna just ruin this for us.
that's all right.
Looks like a painting there.
Yeah,
That
Joe-
does almost look like a painting.
Oh, there's Blue Mounds.
there's a
Why
lookout
did you
area
wreck
there on the path.
And
There's,
ruin site-wise.
Well, that's west.
There's Blue
Yep.
Mounds
Joe,
there.
Joe, that's west.
no,
Yep.
no, it's not.
Oh, that's Blue
Right,
Mounds.
Joe, Blue
South.
Mounds are over
facing
here.
south.
Sorry, north.
Oh, yeah, north. Yeah.
What?
So that's Blue Mounds.
No, this is.
Oh, sorry.
So
This is
see the
Blue
train
Mounds.
tracks down there, Dad? That
right here.
point to there. Yep, the train tracks. That
Yep.
would be quick. That'd be
Those
KP.
are
I
the
think.
tracks out of town.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's yep. If you want to go to the next one there,
Okay.
so you can actually see out to Beals.
You're,
and that.
you're shooting north.
There's Blue
Yeah.
Mounds right
There's
there.
Blue Mounds. That's what I was saying.
That's a little park bench. Obviously, you can look out.
Well, that's
that's
such-
kind of
Boy, that's beautiful.
yeah.
It is.
You can look out the park bench.
Yep. mhm.
You can sit on the
It
park
does have
bench and
holes
look
in it.
out.
It does
at
have
the
great-
that'd be the northeast, I believe.
Changes your view.
You can see probably can see in the spring you'll be able to see Buc-ee's because the forest is northeast of us.
Yeah, right there is the forest.
Yeah.
Don't miss the
But
forest
anyway,
for
it
the
was a nice
trees.
day. They were still working on the different paths that get you up all the way to the top of the hill,
Yeah.
towards where the star is and the flag, the United States flag.
You know
we
what?
walked up there last weekend,
Yeah.
did.
which would now be a month
Yeah.
and
basically,
and
yeah.
a weekend ago, and it's pretty steep some of the areas.
Yep.
But you're saying that they're going to try to
They're doing some different I took the one that we didn't take the one that we went on the weekend that you're speaking of.
okay.
We went up kind of a more treacherous terrain.
I wonder if
The
Wes
view.
Keezer sits on that.
Look at the view through that.
But anyway,
Very nice.
we went up. I went up alongside, which would be right below me would be the sign as you come into Mazo,
Yeah.
and then hooked around and came up straight up the rest of the bluff there. So you can keep going, Joe.
Okay.
There's a couple more.
You have to skip
this
past
is-
this right here. Go through.
Oh, whoops, my bad. There you go.
nice.
Now
That's beautiful.
that's heights.
There's the water tower.
That's heights. What am I talking about? You moved too fast there.
Are those windmills?
I don't. Think
Sorry,
so. I
we
think
don't.
that's
There's Blue Mounds.
So that's
Appreciate your windmill
So there's
country.
high, or is it North Street that goes east to west as you're going out on Y? I think that's those poles up there.
North
Oh
Street.
yeah.
North.
So you're going out to
You know,
By the river there.
I remember being up at Brigham Park. Those people that are from around here know Brigham Park. And honestly, this is going to sound really dramatic,
It is.
but you can go there at different times of the day, and the lookout there is beautiful, and different times of the year. And that's the same with that. I mean, that's just a beautiful view.
It is nice.
Is that from the brand new? That's not from the Wick building up there, is it? The
No,
Wick
but I did
shelter?
take a picture of it. I don't know if
Okay.
I sent it.
He did. Yep. There's more
Okay.
where that came from.
So
There's
that's
St.
beautiful.
Barnabas.
That's
Yep.
14, obviously down there.
I like that.
But that's a
picture.
nice. This is still the paved part. Like I said, they just have like some of the trees marked as to where they're going to send that path, or where they're going to put the path in. I don't think it's going to be paved necessarily, but they're going to make it so that you can walk
Yeah.
easily.
A little bit more of a
Yeah.
steady grade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. but this was still on the paved part.
Yep.
So I don't. Yep, there it is. I
that's a nice
I think I took
building.
one more.
There's one more. Go to the next one.
a better
I didn't know if you
Little
needed that
shelter.
one. Yeah.
Oh, a little
is that a
ramp here
skate
too.
ramp?
Yep, little skate ramp.
Nice.
That's where Wes Keezer does all of his
Boy, that's a
skateboarding.
steep-
No, you gotta be
and it's
careful.
very short. Gotta be ready to put the
I brought
brakes
more?
on there.
Did I take one more?
Nope.
Oh,
No, that's
okay.
it.
Anyway,
Dad's got one for us, though.
Okay.
That's very nice.
I have to apologize that I wanted to do more.
Stop it. I
The
knew this was
executive
gonna come
producer
back to me.
put
I
it-
said people don't want to see the same pictures of Family Dollar every single week.
You haven't asked. There's been nobody.
I
that's-
don't like to see it.
Okay. Well, then you're the executive
I
producer.
like to see this because
This is
there's
the seventh
actually
one.
There's where
something.
Wes
This
Keezer
is the
works.
sevenplex. Sevenplex.
Keezer-
And
Okay,
It's starting to come
story
together.
time. We went down to
Velocity.
Velocity
365.
365, and Wes Keezer
He works right here.
No,
Oh.
he rents out an office space above 365. That's why Joe's always teasing that.
I don't know.
Velocity 365.
Are you just
I thought you
nicknaming
were saying
Velocity?
365.
365. Get it right. Whatever.
Anyway,
Anyway.
throw a V in there so that they don't
Anyway.
get confused.
Anyway, Wes actually works in that exact window that Joe was. He
Yeah,
didn't even
he
know that,
does.
but
I did.
he works in that exact window, which was just
So
funny.
do we know how this is getting broken up? Like, so there's three.
Well, they're all together. They won't break them up.
Entrances.
But
These
Such a
there's
There's
like
three entrances. Where I mean, I'm assuming there's upstairs
if
apartments.
you look at
and-
it from the back, the back side there, that kind of shows how it's going to be because there's
there's
multiple
garage.
garages.
There's
Yes.
seven. It's a sevenplex, and I know that the ones on the side are obviously one, as you can tell, they're
One story
they're
with a
one
basement.
story, so
Which
that
doesn't count. It's one story. Go ahead.
they have a basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of them have a basement.
I thought it
Yep.
was one story for people that maybe needed either handicapped.
So you
or,
came out real strong trying to explain this to me, and then somebody else helped
Well, I'm
you.
sorry, an
understand-
inside
I'm just-
inside feed.
well, you're not supposed to go in. There's no trespassing.
Well, there was a basement there. Now maybe it's not. Maybe
got
it's not
taken out?
occupiable.
Occupado.
But nevertheless, those three in the middle there are 2 stories.
Yeah.
And then the 2 on the either side are 1 stories. I don't know how many bedrooms.
So then that's 5.
7.
Drew, 1 here.
2.
1,
1,
2,
2.
3, 4.
Well, I
5,
think aren't there
6,
2 on either
7.
side?
Well, you
Aren't
said
there
2 levels. They're
Oh,
gonna
levels.
have.
These are two.
Oh,
No, I
five,
think
okay.
there's
Somebody's
there's
gonna live
people-
upstairs. And
Yes.
No, I think there's a
No.
bottom. No, I don't know.
Well,
That's what I'm trying to
1,
figure out.
I don't even know.
2, 3, 4. I don't know, but there's 7.
I heard it was
anyway.
7.
Yeah,
I did too. And
But
then there's
that's-
7 garages back, or 7.
yeah.
garage
That's the
doors.
only picture that I was allowed to take.
Yes.
I did see. I did mention Velocity 365. I guess that's how people that know what's going on say it. I always called it Velocity 365.
Yep, because it's open 365.
V 365. I call it because I'm friends with a lot of the people down there. And that's but here's the thing. The Family Dollar, I wanted to take a picture, but Hudson wouldn't let me. The reason I wanted to, because something had changed. A, that big backhoe was gone.
Nice.
2,
The weeds are gone.
the weeds
Yeah.
they're not gone, but they've frozen off, and so they've broken down. So it almost looks like there's been activity there. 3, there was a human being on there, and he was drilling a hole of some sort and putting something in the in
an
not
auger?
a big hole, just an auger type thing. And he was putting like a sign up there, and I don't know what it was. I thought
For sale.
the point being is there's activity up there, and I wanted to take a picture, but I wasn't allowed to, and so I didn't get much.
I think people can. I mean, the amount of times we've shown that picture, I think people can now imagine what it would look like based on how you describe
Well,
it.
we all
No
need
backhoe,
boundaries.
that's pretty easy.
I feel like
you passed
I had
John.
2 faux pas because I was trying to get my foot in the door with Mazo Sightwise, but I wasn't allowed to do my regular thing that people enjoy so much.
Foot in the door. You've had your whole body in the door most of the time.
He's still Drew would
He
sit there with
started
the
it.
state fun facts, and Dad would look over there and read while he was
I
doing it.
feel like
and then-
John has taken. I feel like what's happened is John and our executive producer have had a private meeting behind my back and said, "Let's give him the deep
get him
freeze.
out of-
Let's
get
Let's
him
give
out.
Todd
the
the
big
deep
squeeze.
freeze."
Let's not bend an inch. Let's show him he's got the both of us to stand against. Let's just give him the big freeze.
Down at V365, I'll call it
He's going to
V365
do this
from now
every
on.
time now.
I saw Jacob
Jacob.
from the Iron Hop Tap
You
House.
sure did.
We kind of worked out together. He was working out better than I was, I'll be honest with you. But we were down there in the same room working
Nice.
out one time.
I saw Jerry Springstead the
At
other day.
At V365.
Nope. She was asking me about V365. She drove by me and
she
slammed
was
on her
like,
brakes.
I thought she was going to yell out that information as she drove by you.
No.
She's trying to
She slammed on her brakes. And she even maybe came back a little bit. And she asked me if I'd been there, probably from looking at me. And just noticing how
Buff.
And I noticed she'd been down there. I mean, she has gotten, her arms and neck and such have gotten huge.
Just what Jerry wants.
Yep. She was telling me about that, kind of bragging about how big she has gotten from down there. Anyway, she was asking me about how.
Now, what part of this is true
None.
and what isn't?
Joe's not.
She
Joe's
stopped
not.
her
Joe's
ass.
never
She
been
stopped
down
and
there.
asked
I
She
figured there was
stopped and
something
asked
that
me
was true.
if any of us have been down there, and I said that she said that she's been down there and she thinks it's very nice, and I said
You said
that's,
that she said?
That's what I was.
yes. And anyway, I told her that you and husband have been down there, and that it's gone. That you guys thought it was nice, very nice as well.
Yes.
So
Just need a stair stepper.
Well, just two other quick things. We had a lot of comments about our quilt thing. If they haven't seen that, that's last month, and you can see it in What's Happening in Mazo as well. And the second thing was, what was it? The knit and craft people that meet down at the. They have those.
Thursdays.
They have those
They're
take a hat,
starting-
take a cap things down
Winter.
by the
They're back.
library.
I thought you were gonna say they
And in
moved
fact,
their
there were-
meetings to.
There were probably 15 of them, and this morning there were only like 3 or 4.
Yeah. Well, and by this time, when you're watching this, the lights will have gone up in Mazo.
I'm really looking forward to the light update being back this year.
the problem is we're only going to get like 2 or 3 of them probably
Up
this
through-
year.
through
We may have to
February,
change
maybe.
back to weekly so that we can have the weekly light update.
Yeah.
Did you see that this is the Tree of Gondor here?
Oh, it does look like the King's Tree.
I'm out.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's move on to the adventures with Roy from Elroy, our rhinestone cowroy.
Yeah.
Roy's been walking these streets so long, howling the same old song. Roy knows every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Mazo, where hustle's the name of the game, and nice Roys get washed away like the snow in the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to Roy's horizon, but Roy's gonna be where the lights are shining on him, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a Gary Muskie rodeo. Like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people Roy don't even know, and offers coming over the phone.
Well, by this time, we'll know how the trip went to
True.
Michigan.
We're going to Michigan with Roy, staying in a pet-friendly verbal.
He enjoys rides.
For
You say the
45
word.
minutes,
You say the
Well,
word
yeah,
ride.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
No,
see how much he enjoys the
I know
6.5 hour
that.
drive.
Yeah, I
6
get
hour
that.
drive.
But just in general, he likes rides. He'll sit nice and proper in the passenger seat, and
5.5 hours is going to get real.
I like how this is going
Real
down.
quick.
Yep.
I hope it's 5.5 hours.
yeah, that's true. That would be very
Roy's
nice.
hoping that as well.
We've unlocked a new fear of Roy's. He doesn't like the vacuum, and he also doesn't like the
Leaf.
leaf blower.
blower.
So we've got
he
a
gets
video of
He
that.
likes leaves, he doesn't like leaf blowers.
Yeah. So, but he's fine with the cars. He'll run up right next to the cars. our own
Four-wheelers,
cars,
mopeds.
4-wheelers.
He should be afraid of those things. More than he should
Moped
be.
he runs next to,
My
but he's afraid
lawnmower
of.
only.
Yeah, he's afraid of. I don't.
Probably loud.
Yeah. It might be a certain decibel or something that hurts his ears.
Yeah. That could be. You're right. I don't know if we have anything else for Roy. Do we? Is that
I think there's probably
Nice.
plenty of videos that
We'll
we
be
might
showing the
recently,
videos
so.
of the whatchamacallit.
that dog?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to take some videos or pictures
He
of him
turned a
riding.
year old
You did.
Last month, yeah.
last month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The
Yep.
the third.
Yeah.
Remember.
I don't think he noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
7 years young.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's good enough for that. And we can. Do you have something else quick
No,
before we?
let's introduce Jim Schrader and
Wendy Sherman.
and Wendy Sherman for the lion's share, the MCC roundup, and then let's
MMC?
MMC roundup, and then let's come back and close things out. Can we? Is that okay,
Sure.
executive producer?
Yeah, let's do that. So
Okay.
we will move on to those, and we'll be right back.
I don't get my hair cut professionally.
What?
Joe cuts my hair,
That's
and
right.
he does a nice job. But there is I think there's several, but I'm featuring the Hair Depot.
Angel
Today.
Hammond.
Is that who it is? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's at 117 Broadhead Street in historic downtown Mazomanie. All you got to do is head down
Big hill.
into Mazomanie, right down at the bottom of the hill. See the railroad tracks to the right.
If you've gone past the railroad tracks, you've gone too far.
Yep, and it's just to the right. It says
Right by the
they-
promenade. So
Yep.
if you've seen Dick Royston, you've also gone too far.
Yeah, right. Unless he's in there getting a haircut.
That's
I don't
true.
know if he gets his haircut there, but the point
I
being
bet
is
you he would if he was in there.
it's right across from the library, the old depot, and the museum. And they have not only haircuts,
What?
but pedicures.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Petties and Mannies.
Now, pedicures, I don't know if they do manicures, but pedicures are for your toes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Manicures are your
For your
hands.
pedestrians, yeah.
Yep. And so her phone number is 515-729-3711. 515-729-3711. Check it out. The Hair Depot in historic downtown Mazomanie. Haircuts and pedicures. That's our reverse sponsor for today.
Another friend of mine and I built a stand up on top of our hill. It's about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay.
And overlooks the whole field.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a friend who hunts there. And opening morning at 7:30, I hear a shot. And then he usually calls me. And no call. So thinking he might have missed, but he never misses. So about 40 minutes later, here he's walking down the hill. So I go out and greet him, and he says, "Yeah, my phone battery's dead." But he had shot a really nice doe. So I want to say he's hunted there like 18 years.
Really?
And he's gotten a deer every year, sometimes two.
Wow.
So somebody's enjoying that nice stand anyway.
But you've never been a deer hunter? Or you
There
were?
was a brief moment of time when I wanted to do it. And then, so that's why we built that stand.
I see. Yeah.
And the first year I sat in it, it was okay and everything, but everything starts looking pretty much the same. So I actually ended up going down and taking a walk and happened to shoot a deer,
Oh, okay.
a doe while on that walk.
Huh.
But after that, I just kind of gave it up. But I'm glad somebody can use it.
Yeah, that's nice.
There are a
isn't it?
lot of deer in the area where we live.
Okay.
So good to keep that under control as they ravaged my garden this year.
They did.
So, the first year they've done that because the drought, I think, got them out of the woods and put them into where they wanted to eat something.
They were desperate, huh? They kind of had to.
Yeah, so they lost my first crop of carrots, my first crop of lettuce, and my first crop of beets. But I mean, I have plenty of seeds, so I just replanted them, and but now they're back because I left some carrots in the ground. I try to have some fresh vegetables for Thanksgiving. and their tops are almost all gone now.
You just had your friend sit up on the porch.
Right, that would be, but that's just all part of it. You know? Country living is you gotta balance, and if I'm not gonna go hungry without a few carrots. So.
Being very hospitable to the deer.
Well, that's what that frontier living does for people that live out in the country. Us city folk, we don't deal with that. Although we have fox, we have a fox and deer and opossums and stuff. So
yeah, we live so far apart.
Yeah,
two different worlds.
I think you live. I think it's almost exactly a mile because I used to run there and try to run a certain, I won't tell you what minute mile it was when I was younger.
Yes.
But it wasn't a 5 minute mile, that's for sure. And it wasn't a 6 minute mile. It was more than that.
Oh, that's still pretty good.
Well,
I think I recall seeing you a few times.
Yeah, but that was a long time.
But just briefly, because you were going so fast.
Right. I thought it was
Todd?
It was somebody like Christian Petska.
Well, speaking of him, I was running one time just 2 years ago, and I was downtown, right by the 1855 coffee house, just trudging, like I trudge now. I plod. And he came around the corner. And right then I thought, I'm stopping right here before anybody looks at the two. Because it's bad enough with just me running. But when that guy just bounces. Talk about a deer. He's
amazing.
Just like a deer.
Yeah, the ability that he has.
Yeah.
I'm more of a plower that I need to unhook the plow. But when I had my knees replaced in 2019, the surgeon said, we gave you those knees so you could walk, those knees so you could walk, not run.
Yeah.
Now I can run across the street, to avoid being hit by a car. But
not extended pounding of running on pavement or treadmill or anything. Yeah.
No, walking is fine. No. Biking is great.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Well, it's kind of a new lease on life for you. I remember you telling me maybe 6 months after you had it, I think we saw each other at the hardware store, and the difference,
it was
the pain difference.
Amazing. And even to this day, I don't even think about them anymore.
That's amazing.
Before it was a struggle almost every day.
Yeah.
Either going upstairs or downstairs, and it was. But now, no issue at all. Yeah, but I have other things I could complain about.
I hear you. So tell us about December's Music Conservancy.
Well, First Friday is December 1st.
It is.
Yeah,
okay, that's
so
right.
That's coming. It's a week from Friday.
Yeah.
So
got to get this out early again. Yeah, this part. Anyway.
We appreciate that. Yeah. And it's of course a staph infection will be the opening band, and we play for about an hour and 15 minutes. There's 7 of us, so when we play music, we go in a circle so that everybody gets a chance to sing because we all sing. Some better than others. Some really better than others. Yeah. But in that way, for the audience too, if you don't like a song, just wait 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you'll have somebody else singing, and it'll be probably a whole different style. Which has been people remark, they like my sister came to the last one. I have 4 sisters, so it was the one who's just a little older than I am. She came and she said, "I like how you just go around in a circle." And I said, "Yeah, it's a jam style is what I want to think that it is, because in jams that's what you do. You just go around in a circle." And then our guests are Renclaw, which is and you can look them up online, WREN Claw.
Okay.
And they're a 4 or 5 piece. They describe their music as Americana, as is ours. But if we would play the same song, they would be a little more tempo in probably a little more volume.
Okay.
But they play the same type of music that we
Really?
play.
All right.
One of their guitar players is a gentleman by the name of Josh Youngblood, and he just lives right outside of Black Earth.
Really?
And
Okay.
so we're real happy to feature local members. January 5th, we have a Moon House, which is Richard and Jane Capusta, if you're familiar with. They just live outside of town, west of here.
Okay.
And then in February, we have a band called Madison Red. It's the first time we've had them, but one of their members is Tom Flynn, who lives on KP, just right outside of town.
Sure.
Okay. So Mazo's kind of got a really rich music culture, I'd say, and so we try to feature that as much as we can.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever are looking for a gig, work up 15 songs and.
I wish you could just go around the circle.
We don't have any ability to play any instrument, but
Other
we
than
can try and sing a little bit.
I've heard you sing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think So
they won't do any. Not that you should, but you won't do any like festive type things. will
I
you?
think we've got a couple Christmas songs lined up. In honor of our old pal Gene Keyser, we do Christmas Time is Coming because we always did Christmas. Gene always did it. I mean, we did that for 20 years together. So we're happy to rekindle that. Plus, we may come up with some surprises.
Okay.
Christmas in Jail probably isn't going to be on the list.
Okay.
No.
Blue Christmas or the Beach Boys. Merry Christmas, Santa.
No, I don't think so.
No Beach Boys songs.
No, possibly.
No Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh man, that would be great. That would be.
Who would be Alvin is the question.
Now you got me thinking.
His face is red because he's thinking I'd probably be Alvin.
Yeah. We may do a Steve Earle song called "Nothing But a Child."
Oh, okay.
If you want to get a real Christmas story,
okay.
This is Steve Earle is an old singer songwriter, but this song is just so spot on for Christmas. It's really a lovely one, and Mike Forkel usually does that one.
Okay.
So
got it.
So I'll request it for Mike.
So you will have probably some Christmas.
Oh, we'll do a little bit.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
It was hard in
November
November to do any Thanksgiving songs because we don't really know any.
Yeah.
Or New Year's songs. I think
Yeah.
there's only like one, and that one's sung by everybody all the time
Okay.
anyway. So
All right.
no, we don't know. But the next night, December 2nd, we have the Iron Horse Cornet Band and Community Choir concert at the high school at 7:00, and that's all Christmas songs.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. We have 2 more practices before the show, so I can remember some of the songs that the band is doing. I'm not part of the choir, so I don't know what they're doing. One is Dashing Through the Snow, but you guys are musicians, so you're familiar with time signatures, and I think there's about 15 different time signature changes in there. One of the time signatures is 3/8.
Oh, who plays in 3/8? And for that short of a time.
Right. And to think about it, it's half of 6/8. Okay, which is it fits perfectly with this song, but it's our first song, and all those changes, man, you have to count. That's all it is counting, making sure. And I get to play suspended cymbal on that song, so yeah, that's great. Then we're doing a Celtic Christmas, or maybe that's not what it's called, which is a real drum oriented song, which will which we really like. And then we're doing Broadway Christmas, featuring a lot of Christmas songs that were on Broadway. And Faith Phelan will be singing that song. So
got it.
the band will be backing her
Okay.
up. And we're doing Merry Christmas, Darling. I think it was written by the Carpenters many years ago. Then a couple more that I don't recall.
Full
what they
slate,
are.
though.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What like generally speaking, starts at 7, is going an hour and a half?
8 o'clock.
8
will
o'clock,
be done.
okay.
Yeah,
So you
because
got
it's
about an
just
hour.
the band
Yeah.
and then the choir. And I think we're doing 7 songs. I think the choir's doing 3 or 4.
Oh.
And then the hand chimes. We're bringing the hand chimes out for 2 numbers. Carol of the Bells. Da, 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 da. Is that Carol of the Bells? Da, 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 da. That's it. Yeah. And I forget what the other one we got. So, but that's the day after. So music,
second,
truly
correct,
a music weekend.
Yeah. So the first one is at the community building as usual. Doors open at 5:30. You'll have some stuff to buy, to
Yes,
eat and
there'll
drink.
be food and drink, and I think I don't know if I told you that we always do a 50-50 raffle too.
Yeah, you've told us
And
that.
that helps pay scholarship for however many we can afford.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll be done by 9 o'clock, and so it's just a nice little evening out, not far. You know, you could walk down and walk home.
Yeah.
The Christmas star will be lit because that's coming up.
Yeah.
This Sunday. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right. This
Yeah.
Sunday, the stars.
Lots of stuff
gonna be
here in
lit.
the next week or so, isn't it?
Yeah, I brought some other things along too. I just feel that this is a time of the year when you can get all the music you really want, and from all different levels. Last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, I attended the 5th grade, their first concert. Oh, it was great. It was just brought me back.
Bring back memories, I thought. Huh?
Oh yeah, of starting, because I started when I was 10 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
In fifth grade, and started playing drums then, and because you have to think back in 1966, who was the big drummer? Ringo Starr.
Oh, Ringo Starr. Yeah.
So
Still drumming.
I wanted to be Ringo. Yep. So I'm still drumming too.
Yeah. You and Ringo.
He's been a little more famous and made a little more money.
Well, it was because he hooked on with the Beatles. You haven't had anybody to hook on with, although you're with staph infection.
Oh yeah. Boy, that's right. We're just rolling in it.
You guys have stayed together longer than the Beatles have, maybe.
Oh yeah, we have.
You get along better than the Beatles too.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But it's a band of friends, you know, and who happen to be musicians, which is you don't. I mean, we're just really pleased that all the people in our band are just great people, and just happy to be friends with them and then to play music with them too.
Yeah.
So, but the 5th grade concert was fantastic. They didn't have any drummers.
What?
I know.
How do you not have any drummers?
That's what I said.
It's the backbone of the band, the percussion.
Right. I did tell Miss Antamino that if she'd ever need somebody to sit in, I could sit in for them. I'd be happy to do that. Yeah.
Well, David Bickness used to do it all the time.
Oh,
you
sure.
know, for the piano. He accompanied them, so you could accompany them with your
Drumming,
drum set.
timpani,
Yeah.
or whatever they needed.
Yeah.
Right.
or the hand chimes.
Right,
Throw
but
that in
I
there.
could only play 2 at a time, and that doesn't make many songs. 2 notes. Well, then, so we talked about First Friday,
Yep.
and then December 2nd, the Iron Horse Cornet Band. Then the following weekend, the Wisconsin Heights Drama Club production of I think it's called Let It Snow.
Oh, okay.
I should have looked that up before I typed it up. But it's Friday the 8th, Saturday the 9th, and the 10th, Sunday the 10th. So, and then the following Monday, the Wisconsinites Middle School Band and Choir have a concert. And then the following Monday, high school band and choir. So just great opportunities for the community to listen to whatever kind of music they want to listen to within the next 3 weeks. Our community band's last practice is the 27th. We have practice tonight and then next Monday. Okay. And then we have a concert on the 2nd. So we don't have any. Our next practice, I think, is March 18th. We take three months off, partly because the high school has their musical during that time. And a lot of community band members are in the pit orchestra for the musical.
Sure. Okay.
So we, and that gives us 10 rehearsals to get ready for our summer concerts. But we're already rehearsing some summer concert music.
Good.
It's quite a difference from the Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just been fun.
So you won't have anything to necessarily promote for January, February. You guys kind of take some time off?
Right. But I'll come back and talk with you about the staph infection in the MMC.
Sounds good.
Because we'll still be doing. Yeah, we have shows of every first Friday.
Got it.
I was talking with Deb last night, and I looked ahead, and we will not have First Friday in July of 2025.
Wow. A couple of years.
Because that's the 4th of July.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. And the community band's busy that night. So, but
double booked.
Yeah, that's about the only First Friday we don't have. And if you think about it, the only other holiday that would even be near there would be January 1st.
Yeah.
And Moonhouse, who will be there this year, they're our January band. When we were booking them one year, I told them, I said, January 1st, do you want to do First Friday? And they said, we're not doing anything else, so yeah, let's do it. And if you think about it, that used to be one of the good football games.
Yeah.
Were on.
Oh, yeah.
The bowl games.
Yeah.
The 3 major bowls or 4 major bowls were on New Year's.
But now I think they're all scattered around. And so what better way to celebrate New Year's is to listen to music. But I should have looked that up too, as to when the next January 1st, First Friday would have been.
Yeah,
so,
everybody put that on their calendar.
Right. But make sure you mark down
save the date.
20 or 4th of July, 2025.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's about all I have.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I wanted to bring some things in, and
I'm glad you did.
Just make sure that there's so much activity going on, and with the drama production and everything else, that let's support those kids too, because they're working hard. Mm-hmm. They really are.
Yeah.
So and thanks for having us, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. We'll hopefully see you. Well, we'll plan something before the Christmas.
Right.
Have you come back.
Well, maybe by that time we'll be on the ice.
Sure hope so.
I went out the other day, and we have like 4 to 7 feral cats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some of them wander. Mm-hmm. They're neighborhood cats, but and there was a 1/4 inch of ice on their water bowl.
Oh, yeah. The night it got below freezing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I got to thinking, man, but then that day it heated up to 55.
Yeah,
so I think
Saturday.
that kind of took care of everything. But But we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
About that.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
right.
and then you guys will have something to talk about.
Yeah.
You'll have something big to talk about that probably in January, I would think.
I hope
Hopefully,
so, yeah.
you'll have some ice by then.
I was hoping before that, but that's okay.
Earliest I ever ice fished was I ice fished opening weekend of deer season one year. That was
early.
an unusual year. I mean, there was 2 to 3 inches of ice. So we're it was kind of sketchy.
Pushing it, yeah, I was going to say.
But
laying flat on your stomach, trying to keep.
No, there was another
Your
gentleman
body weight.
with me, but he had young children, and I said, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Here, Johnny, go ahead. You check it out.
Yeah, and we made it. It was a
Ice
fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you
fellas.
very much. Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Hey everybody, it's Hudson here. That's Aaron. I'm over at Handlebar Performance, and you're watching the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast.
For those kind of things, for recording of it.
Did you ever do any recording in the booth? In a booth?
Not in a booth. I did it in
The
a
studio?
studio.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done a lot of that, but not a lot, but yeah.
So not just live stuff, some recorded stuff
I've done both recorded and live.
You have?
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, I don't know.
I just got shocked by
Do I need to?
You can if you want. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where.
That couch, I end up always getting all disheveled when I move around in that couch. I don't know, it kind of eats me up.
Oh.
So for Christmas, are you traveling at all? Or Thanksgiving? We should handle Thanksgiving first. We're probably actually putting this out after Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So you
So
can
that
tell
would
us,
be okay.
pretend like we're talking.
Oh yeah.
We're recording this before Thanksgiving, but we're talking, pretending like
okay,
we're not
yeah, because I would
afterwards.
appreciate that since we'll be gone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go to Omaha to be with my mom, which is really sad. Her house, we put her house up on the market and it got a bid in day one and for full price. So that's all getting locked in. And that's where we've always, I'm from a large family of 5. And so that's where we've always had our big family gatherings. And so this is our first Thanksgiving that we're not going to be in that house. And so I'm going to be hanging out with her in her retirement home and watching the Macy's parade there. So
any other relatives will be there? Or
my sister lives in Omaha, and so she's there with her kids. So kind of a smaller gathering because my brothers and sisters were all dispersed. One's in Kentucky, one's in Texas, and one's in Minnesota, and so we're just kind of.
And so you'll be there you were there for Thanksgiving, and then what's Christmas? Will you be back out there again? Or?
Oh no, Christmas is here. We usually, because since I have 5, that's like the gathering point for all of our kids. And so it's a big to-do. I think I go overboard with Christmas and our traditions, but I enjoy Christmas very much. So it makes it a good time.
Is that an extension of what happened growing up, or was it opposite? Because some people, they didn't have Christmas, because maybe they were poor or something, and so they like to really do it up. Other people, no, we always did it up. We want to do it up. I think I grew up. My mom always made a big deal of all the holidays, and so whether it was Valentine's Day and May Day and all of that stuff, she just made a big deal of all the holidays. We always celebrated everything. Not Arbor Day or something like that, but it was just, and so Christmas was a big deal. And we usually had lots of family, extended family that would come and stuff. So it was always like a big party. And since both sides of my parents' family lived in the area, we were with one side on one night and one side the other. So it was just like a big, presents and cookies and all that stuff. So that's what I grew up with. But then as in my years with my kids, I've been a director of music at various churches. And so it's actually a working day for me on Christmas Eve. And sometimes I would have up to 4 services. And so that always made it a little bit more challenging. And so I wasn't able to go home for Christmas. And I think that's kind of how we slowly just started building up our own traditions
And we developed this tradition though, because since I usually had to work like 4 services, and I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun. The candlelight service is always my favorite. But you know, it always starts with like the kids service, like at 4:30 or something like that. And then you're just, and so we developed this tradition though, because I would be wiped then. I would want to sleep in. And of course the kids would wake up like at 4:30 in the morning, and I would have gotten home like at 1. And so I'd be like, huh? And so we developed this tradition of having a turkey dinner. We have a turkey dinner on Christmas, and I grew up with oyster soup for Christmas, but we have a turkey dinner, and we'll do it on Christmas Eve, and then we'll have hors d'oeuvres and leftovers on Christmas Day. I don't really cook. We just do like hors d'oeuvres. So we plan out, you know, a bunch of hors d'oeuvres, which might take us like a half an hour to an hour to get all, and we'll create this huge spread. And everybody's in the kitchen. There's 10 million of us in the kitchen putting together our favorite hors d'oeuvres, whatever it may be. And but I don't cook on Christmas Day. It's like, but I'm not director of music anymore. But you know, I still like.
That's a tradition.
Tradition.
It's like, yeah, take Christmas off, Mom.
I do. So we just, you know, we'll sit there and we'll open up our gifts, and we're one of those weird ones that we'll open one by one and we watch it. And it's just it's like an ongoing conversation. We're all in one room, which we're not all together that often. And I don't know if you experienced that with your family, but it's just so nice to be all in one room when we're opening up presents. I mean, it could take us a long time, and it's not like anything is of great value. There might be just silly things, and we just have a good time, and we'll run upstairs for breaks to get snacks and come back down, and so it takes a good long time.
Stretch it out. Well, you know, there's some families that do it where everybody gets their presents and they just go at it, and it's done in, you know,
they got
all that work and all that money. And true. That could be too. But you guys savor it.
Well, that's how I was raised. But we don't have any little kids around anymore. No. I mean, we got a teenager, and that's our youngest one. So I think that makes a difference. Yeah. When you have little ones, it kind of makes it.
They want to start playing with their gifts. And
Yeah. So.
Well, tell us about what's our lion's share for December.
Okay. Well, we have 2 things going on. We are doing the Black Earth Christmas tree lighting, which is a new thing. And we talked about that briefly before, but I had the date wrong. It's December 2nd.
Okay.
So Saturday, December 2nd, and it's going to start at 5:30, and it will just go to 6. So it's not a long thing, but you can come up, and we're going to have cookies. We're going to have a whole bunch of cookies and hot cocoa until it all runs out. And the tree lighting that'll all be set up by 5:30, and the tree lighting will take place midway point, and we'll have carolers from New Heights Lutheran, and
the tree is at the Cannon Park, which is
Cannon.
called the Veterans
Park. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure, because we said Cannon.
Yeah.
And
I always call it the Legion Park, because I'm just always thinking of American Legion, but it is the Veterans Park. Yeah. And I didn't even clarify the tree farm that it's coming from. It begins with a W, and it's right on the Office 78.
Okay.
No help there?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh gosh, no.
That's okay. We can maybe put something here or here.
Yeah, because they're
Hopefully it's the right one.
Well, it's right off of 78, and you go up the hill. We went to it, and we got a tree there one year, and they're donating a tree, which we're really, really pleased with. So,
well, thank you to them.
Yes.
Yep.
That's all right.
We'll give them credit somehow here.
But that'll be fun. It'll be, a brief little to-do-da, and then there's a cornet concert. Is that right?
At the high school,
from 7 to 8 or something like that.
So you can do both,
That's good.
Maybe even get a little bit of food or some drinks or something, and then go over to the concert.
Yeah.
So you can make a whole holiday night of it. So we have that going on. So that's December 2nd. And then on December 9th is when they have the Downtown Chamber of Commerce Mazo thing going on, right?
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
You don't know either, huh?
I know our part of it.
Okay.
Oh.
We have the kids. Kids come to kids with Santa, I think is how we label it. But we have Santa Claus there, and there are gifts that he hands out. And so the kids can come and talk to Santa, and they get a gift at that time. There's always cookies and punch. And so it's a really good time to bring your kids. And so it's in the community building from 1 to 3, I believe, is the time frame. And it's just a really nice night, nice afternoon. I helped with it a couple of years back. It's really sweet. Kids of all ages, they're not, they're not all tiny little tots. There might be older kids, in the 6th grade or whatever. So never too old to come and visit Santa.
I'm sure we'll mention it because we're doing the chamber chat again. So I'm sure we'll mention that. They'll have that on our list of things to talk about.
So make certain when you are hanging around Mazo on the afternoon that on the 9th, that's the right date. Yeah.
1 to 3 Santa.
1 to 3
community
Santa.
building.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we won't keep you because we know you're busy with preparing for all sorts of stuff. When do you head out to Omaha?
Oh, we're heading out early on Wednesday.
All right.
Early. It's only a 7-hour drive, but
nice to get going.
Yeah. Mike, my husband, he's staying behind and having to do some work stuff, and so it's girls' weekend out.
Girls'
or whatever.
weekend out with Grandma, huh?
Yeah, with Grandma at the retirement home.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Wendy. Have a good Thanksgiving. We'll see you next month.
Thanks.
Yeah, so here we are at the Chamber Chat.
Welcome in. Dad's welcoming us. That's different.
Nice to be here with you. And you'll notice here, I've got my new...
Here it comes.
V365, Velocity 365 workout drink container thing.
Water
As I'm
bottle.
working out down there, that's open. Right next to the Handlebar Performance, Gandy Dancers, Wick.
Me?
Just you.
Yeah.
You've got all sorts of stuff on. We are representing the Chamber Chat, the Mazomanie Chamber and Chamber of Commerce. And so we've got so much to take. This is the biggest
fully loaded
month.
December here.
Biggest month.
Why don't you start off? Tell us what the first thing is.
Okay, you want me to start off?
I do want you to start off.
What we're going to do is we're not going date-wise so much. We're going location-wise or business-wise or organization-wise. So first, the Iron Amethyst. They have on December 15th, mark your calendar. You could go down there because you have an ugly sweater. They're having an ugly sweater party and contest from 5 to 10 p.m. on December 15th. Then on the 31st, that's New Year's Eve, they're having a New Year's Eve ticketed event. You join them New Year's Eve. It's their 3rd year that they're doing it. They have a limited ticket event, but each ticket comes with small bites, 5-drink tickets, and then live jazz and blues music by Bill Roberts. Now you say, well, who's Bill Roberts? If you're not into, jazz or blues music, you might say, well, who's Bill Roberts? I'm glad you asked. Voted the best electric guitarist in Madison. That's no small thing.
Madison's
Think about
a pretty big area.
It's a big, and there's
That's
a lot
the
of people that
capital of
play.
Wisconsin.
Exactly. There's a lot of people that play electric guitar. He's the best, and he's going to be at the Iron Amethyst on New Year's Eve, December 31st. It's going to go from 7 to 12:30 a.m. actually, 7 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. They'll have live music starting at 8, and you should come dressed in your best jazz or blues attire. They have these domes that are already set up, and they're ready to reserve. You can get one for 90 minutes, and you get a charcuterie board, appetizers, and drink tickets, all a part of that price, plus the music.
That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff going on at the Iron Amethyst. Next up, we've got the Apothecary and Mercantile. Once again, we're going by business, not by date. So December 9th, Kids Day with Santa. Santa's coming to town a little early, December 9th, not the 25th or the night before. They're going to be doing temporary tattoos for the kids, I guess, or adults if they want to have temporary tattoos. Santa mailbox and treats. And I think we heard that there's going to be some gifts that are going to be given out from Wendy when we did the
Wendy Sherman Lion's Share.
Yeah, unless that might be a different Santa. We'll see. Open Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. until the end of the year, Apothecary and Mercantile. And then they're going to rebrand. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
sure.
rebranding their business to, and I'm not going to say it right, but it's Apothecary and Wellness Studio. I'll Astesora.
Somebody's got to straighten us out on that because we've blown that each time.
Please.
And
I don't know.
Okay, so that's what's going on at the Apothecary and Mercantile. Then, right across the street, 1855 Coffee House. You can go down there with Michelle Van Shindig and Kayla
Get
and
a
Bree
Danish.
and Emerson. Make sure you ask for a Danish any day of the week. She might not have it, but ask for it.
Because she likes it when you do.
She does. But December 9th, down there at the 1855 Coffee House in historic downtown Mazomanie, you paint your own pottery from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Michelle's staying open.
Wow.
Late, past the
Overtime.
normal time. OT she's given us. And those can be used for ornaments or table toppers. You got to sign up online at 1855 Coffee House. You can just
check out their
look it up.
Facebook. I'm sure you'll be able to find it there. Next up, we're at the Iron Hop Tap House, and we got a bunch of events.
Boom,
it looks like we
boom,
got
boom.
4 of them.
Yep.
December 1st at 7 p.m. Open mic night. Dad and I might go. December 7th, December 7th at 7 p.m. is Vinyl Night. I'm guessing Vinyl Records. They're going to be playing. Maybe you could be a vinyl record DJ.
I did it for 30 years.
Wow.
I can queue up records.
Then
like
the
best
next
of them.
day, evening, December 8th, 7 p.m., live music with none other than Mark Croft. He's been there a couple times, and it sounds like he does a great job because they've had him multiple times. If he didn't do a good job, they wouldn't ask him back.
He's a cousin of Seals and Croft.
He's the Croft of maybe not. Maybe check to make sure that that's correct.
But he's a good musician nonetheless.
Maybe we'll have to put our disclaimer here. December 14th, then 6:30 p.m. Home Alone trivia and
Ugly sweater contest. Good,
and I
yeah.
got it stolen from Dad.
Well, you can keep it on at the Iron Tap House, Iron Hop Tap House, the 14th. Just keep it on for the 15th and head to the Iron Amethyst the next day and have your ugly sweater on. Maybe
Camp
you got 2.
out. Yeah.
You got an ugly sweater, I know. Hey,
do have
listen,
2 of them.
Listen, one quick thing. You know, have you ever queued up a vinyl record?
Nope.
You know, so that it plays right when you want it to play on the radio?
Nope.
Yep, you put it down there. You put the little stylus on there,
Okay.
and then you stop it, and then you twist it back a quarter of a turn. Hit the thing, boom, comes on the air right away.
The stylist, is that the needle?
Yeah.
Okay. I know what that is.
And
All right,
then
next.
some general chamber events, general Mazomanie chamber events. November 26th, the Star Lighting and Soup Supper. That's been going on for many, many, many years. And the lighting is at 5 o'clock on the bluff. Soup Social sponsored from the local businesses directly after in the community building. So you walk up there, see the Star Lighting, walk down, and have a soup supper.
Nice.
And then November 26th also through December 31st is the Festival of Trees. And there's discounts at participating businesses, cards available at those businesses. You'll just have to check on the Mazo Chamber Commerce, their website, and you'll get all the details.
Or you can talk to Judy Curtis, I think.
Yeah.
Or she's part of the
Lions Club. Yeah.
Sorry, don't talk
Yep.
to Judy Curtis.
Yeah, but you can talk to Natalie
But you can
Beal,
still
lots
talk
of
to
different
her.
people.
Yep.
Yep. So sponsored on let's see, December 9th, Kids Day with Santa. This is what
This is what I was talking
This is
about.
what Wendy Sherman was talking about. That's December 9th. 1 to 3 p.m. at the community building, and it's sponsored by the Lions Club. Then on December 21st, the winter solstice bonfire, 6 to 9 p.m. at the north trailhead of the Wolf Run Trail, right down in Mazo. We were walking there a week ago, and we saw it's built really high. It's going to be quite a bonfire.
Well, I think maybe last year some people did a polar plunge in the
I think
creek.
they'll probably do that
I remember
again.
seeing
Yeah.
that on
Yeah.
Facebook. So
Yeah.
if you want more information about that, find them down at the creek. Next up, we've got the New Heights Lutheran Church. They've got some events that they're going to be hosting. They're going to be hosting their first worship in the completed remodel space at the old Mazo Elementary School. So it's the new Grove. The Grove on Christmas Eve. So go check that out. I don't have they probably know their worship times. So worship times are 10 a.m., 3:30 p.m., and 5 p.m. if you're interested. Then services will include a live brass ensemble and then many of your favorite Christmas songs. So, also a candle lighting, and all are welcome. So if you're interested in some Christmas spirit, go down to the Grove and check it out. And the new setup and everything, how it's going to look and stuff like that. I wonder what that did a lot of work on it.
We walk. My wife and I walk by every day, and there's always something happening there. It's a busy place.
And then the Grove grand opening is planned for 2024 with rental properties, rental opportunities, events, and programs to come for kids, all sorts of programs for adults, anything. So everybody's welcome.
Also, one other General Chamber of Commerce note for Mazomanie. The Battle of the Bulbs Holiday Light Tour runs from 12/15, that's December 15th, up until the 31st. For each vote online, the Chamber will donate to both local food pantries. So you can vote. I would imagine you probably can only vote once, I would guess, because you're voting for the best bulb display, the best light bulb. Yeah. So that's one thing. And then finally, B-Style Floral is going to be having on December 1st, Christmas wreath class. And that's going to be along with the 1855 Coffee House. They must be doing that jointly. Then on December 9th, they have their open house from 10 to 3 p.m. We again walk by there every day, and they've got some beautiful decorations in there.
The place is just the other day,
really nice, brightly lit. It's just kind of fun to look at it. I'm looking forward to when the snow flies. Just driving down there and seeing some businesses open. 10% off store wide. Everything is 10% off. And then on the 9th, they're also having a kids ornament decorating time. And I guess that must be sometime between 10 and 3 p.m.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So that's what we have. I mean, that we went by fast. If you got to spin it back, you can go to each one of these people. They have websites. They have Facebook pages. Plus, you can also go, just type in Mazomanie Chamber of Commerce. You'll go right to their website, and it'll all be listed there, contact information, stuff like that. So lots of stuff for December.
If you can't figure that out, you can just put something in the comments below here.
We'll point you in the right direction.
We'll point you in the right direction, like Dad said. So thank you, Michelle and Natalie, for getting us the chamber events. And hopefully next time we'll have a chamber member. I did a conjunction there, put them together. A chamber member on the couch to tell us about our next events in January.
So this is going to be our last one before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So this was episode 79. Thanks to Jim Schrader and Wendy Sherman coming over, and thanks to Michelle for getting us the information of the chamber chat. Thanks for Roy for just being Roy and showing up and having pictures.
Thanks for you guys showing up.
And thanks for the Wisconsinites Monthly, Mazomanie Site-Wise.
Producing.
I think a lot. What's that? Producing the program, executive producer. And thanks to the 1855 Coffee House. Again, you can still get 10% off any food or drink item. They're our one sponsor. And all you got to do is say we watch the original Father-Son voiceover podcast. And remember, our goal is to have a taste test. You can throw out your thoughts about what you want, and maybe we'll have a guest taste tester with us next week.
And we certainly won't be throwing out your ideas. So just so they know that. You can throw your ideas out to us, but we won't throw them out. So,
We'll recycle them.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in January. Merry Christmas.